Last one, we're going to get a decimal or a simplified fraction because we already did times 2 and 3. So now we're going from our medium to the larger one. So I'm matching up the side 6 to the side 9. So from DF to HIJ, it's still getting larger, but that side 9, corresponding to 6, is a decimal of 1.5. Or we can say 15 corresponds to 10. If you do 15 divided by 10 in your calculator, you'll also get 1.5. And then same thing with 12 to 8. All of those simplify to be 3 over 2, or you can change them into a decimal and say my scale factor is times by 1.5. Okay, if I'm going to go last one, HIJ to DF, that's getting smaller, so this time I want something less than 1. So if my new is 6 and my original is 9, or if my new is 8 compared to the original side of 12, or if my new is 10 compared to the original side of 15. Okay, it's up to you. You don't have to write down all 3 of these. Every single one should be the same, and they all simplify to be 2/3. Or we can say our scale factor is times 0.6. So in your calculator, divide by 9, 8 divided by 12, 10 divided by 15, all of those should say times 0 and then 6, 6, 6, 6, 6 forever. That last number of 7 was a 6 followed by another 6, so it got rounded up. So this 6 does repeat and go on forever. Okay. All right, and then last idea is our perimeter and area. So if we found our scale factor in our investigation, we should have discovered that the perimeter is the same as the scale factor. Okay, so for example, if I added up A, B, C, 3 plus 4 plus 9, my perimeter for A, B, C is 12. Oh, sorry, meant to write that in a big blank. And then my perimeter for D, E, F, 6 plus 8 plus 10 is 24. So it's the same as my scale factor, which is times 2. However, when we looked up here, remember area is not the same because I've done scale factor and scale factor in both directions. So when I go to find the area, instead of being times 2, I did times 2 and times 2. I should end up with times 4. Let's verify though. So for the area of triangle ABC, 3 times 4 is 12. But that is half of a rectangle, so I divide by 2. My area here would be 6. In triangle DEF, I have half of a rectangle. That was 6 times 8, which is 48, divided by 2, 24. So it's just lucky that these two happen to be the same. Don't worry about that. What we're concerned about, though, is that from 6 to 24, it is not the same as my scale factor. Okay, so what will always be true is your perimeter is the same as scale factor. Whatever you multiplied every length by, when you add all those together, you should still get the same result. They all got taken times 2. But when I do the area, now I've done scale factor and scale factor. So we wrote that up there in our notes, or you could write it down here again if you want. Area is scale factor times scale factor. I've done it to both sides, so after I multiply these together, I should end up with something that instead of times 2 is times 2 times 2, which is 4 times bigger.